ஆழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம், எம்பெருமானார் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், பெரியாழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம். ஸ்ரீசைலேஷ தயாபாத்திரம் தீபக்தியாதி குணாண்டவம் யதீந்திர பிரவணம் வந்தே ரம்ய ஜாமாதரம் முனிம் ரம்ய ஜாமாத்திரி யோகீந்திர பாதரேகாமயம் சதா ததா யத்தாத்ம சத்தாதிம் ராமானுஜ முனிம் பஜே. லக்ஷ்மீநாத சமாரம்பாம் நாதே ஆமன மத்தியமாம் அஸ்மத் ஆச்சாரிய பரியந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். யோ நித்யமச்சுத பதாம்புஜை யுக்மருக்ம व्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. मातापिता युवतयस्तनया विभूति सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य न कुलपतेरुकुलाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्घ्रियुगलं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना. भूतं सरश्च महताह्वय भटनाथ श्रीभक्तिसारकुलशेखरे योगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्घ्रिरेण प्रकाले यतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्. गुरुमुखमनदीत्य प्राह वेदानशेषादिपरिकृतं शुल्कमाधातु कामः श्वशुरम् अमरवन्द्यं रङ्गनाथस्य साक्षात् द्विजकुलतिलकं तं विष्णुचित्तं नमामि. मिन्नार கடமதில் சூழ் வெள்ளிபுத்தூர் என்னொருகால் சொன்னார் கழக்கமலம் சூடினோம் இந்நாள் கிழியறுத்தான் என்றைத்தோம் கீழ்மையைச் சேரும் வழியறுத்தோம் நெஞ்சமே வந்து பாண்டியன் கொண்டாட பற்றபிரான் வந்தான் என்று ஏண்டிய சங்கம் எடுத்தூத வேண்டிய வேதங்களோதி விரைந்து கிழியறுத்தான் பாதங்கள் யாமுடைய பத்து. In our dhivyaprabandham series of lectures in English, we've been enjoying periyAzhwAr thirumozhi for quite some time. Today, being Avani Swathi, Avani Masam, Swathi Nakshatram, we are fortunate to conclude this periyAzhwAr thirumozhi dhivyaprabandham. Avani is special for Krishna, because Krishna is born in Avani Masam, and Swathi is periyAzhwAr Nakshatram. So it's a wonderful combination of having Avani Masam and Swathi Nakshatram. That is why we are having this special session instead of our usual Saturday session. Adiyan thought of concluding this periyAzhwAr thirumozhi on this auspicious occasion. periyAzhwAr enjoyed KrishNavataram in great detail. No other Alvars, no other Acharyas, no other Bhaktas would have enjoyed Krishna as much as periyAzhwAr in such detail. Every single Leela of Krishna was enjoyed by periyAzhwAr. That too in the mood of Mother Yashoda, Gopikas, and so on. In that sequence, after enjoying KrishNavataram, Alvar enjoyed Archavataram also. Bhagavan's divine Archa forms, they were also enjoyed by periyAzhwAr. In the previous decade, we saw how periyAzhwAr enjoyed thirumozhi Dividesham. Dukkachudalai was the previous decade where periyAzhwAr was speaking to thirumozhi Bhagavan and fully enjoying that Archavatara Bhagavan. We also saw that this decade, that is Dukkachudalai decade, is similar to Nammalvar's Muniye Nanmugane final Padigam in Thiruvaimozhi. In that Padigam, first 9 pAsurams, where Nammalvar is vowing, making a vow that Bhagavan should not leave him. Bhagavan should accept Nammalvar immediately, without any delay. So that is the same mood periyAzhwAr enjoyed in the Dukkachudalai Padigam. Now in the final Padigam, which we are going to enjoy today, senniyOngu, In this Padikam, periyAzhwAr is having the same mood as Nammalwar in the final pasuram of Thiruvaimozhi. That is the 10th pasuram of 10.10. That is 10th centum, 10th decade, 10th pasuram, where Nammalwar is declaring that Bhagavan has accepted him, consumed him, liberated him. And in the 11th pasuram, he extends that and he enjoys how he has reached Paramapadam and how he is enjoying Bhagavan. So same mood of that last pasuram in Nammalwar's Thiruvaimozhi is seen here in the final Padigam, final decade of periyAzhwAr Tirumozhi, senniyOngu. Let us enjoy the brief introduction given by Periyavachan Pillai for this senniyOngu decade, and then we will go through individual pasuram meanings with the help of Kanchipuram Prativadi Bhayankaram Sri Uve Annankaracharya Swami. He has written Divyartha Deepika, which is a beautiful and simple commentary for all of the dhivyaprabandham pAsurams. I am translating this commentary on the fly, especially the word by word meanings on the fly into English and rendering it here. Hopefully we had a good series of discussions on this periyAzhwAr Tirumozhi, which is coming to an end today in this session. So in this fourth decade and the final decade of this centum as well as this prabandham, periyAzhwAr Tirumozhi, periyAzhwAr is beautifully bringing out some very essential aspects. That is, Bhagavan is present in 5 different forms: Para, Vyuha, Vibhava, Antaryami, and then Archa. All these 5 different forms for 2 purposes. One is to reform the Chetana, correct the Chetana who is having materialistic desires, changing him to have desires towards Bhagavan. And then to accept his service. It is not sufficient if the Atma has been reformed, but he also has to engage in service, which is the natural activity of a Jivatma. A Jivatma, being a servitor of Bhagavan, has to serve Bhagavan. Akinchit karasya sheshatva anupapattihi, says Shastram. When one doesn't engage in kainkaryam, service, at least a little bit, then whether a person is servitor, sheshabhuta, that itself becomes questionable. So one has to engage in kainkaryam. For Bhagavan, for Bhagavatas, for Acharya, one must engage in kainkaryam to retain one's true nature. So that kainkaryam is also accepted by Bhagavan from the Jivatma who became reformed. So this is the purpose of Bhagavan's 5 different forms, because if one has to serve Bhagavan's Swarupam, how can we serve Bhagavan's Swarupam? Because Bhagavan's Swarupam is Satyam Jnanam Anantam, but it is not having any physical form. That Swarupam of Bhagavan is having 5 different forms or states: Para, Vyuha, Vibhava, Antaryami, Archa. Para is in Paramapadam, Sri Vaikuntham. Vyuha is in Milk Ocean, Sri Rabdi. Vibhava, his incarnations, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, countless incarnations. Antaryami is his presence in every being as indwelling super soul. And then finally, Archavataram, his divine forms in Divideshams, temples, mutts, even residences of devotees. So that is Archavataram. His form, which is in a sculpture or a picture, that is Archa form. So all of these forms are to accept, to reform Jivatmas and to accept their service. And that can be seen in a complete manner in Bhagavan's divine presence as Tiruvengadamudayam in Tirumala as Srinivasa Bhagavan, Balaji as we popularly know. And that Bhagavan is the primary goodness, primary Sukritam. Sukritam means good deed. Bhagavan is the primary Sukritam, Prathama Sukritam for Alvar. That is, for anyone in fact, for whatever goodness periyAzhwAr has received, Bhagavan is the root cause for that. It is all coming from him. It is from his intent, his desire. So this presence in Tirumala is very, very dear to all Bhagavatas. Just as Bhagavan is said to be present in Thirumalirunjolai Malai, the Thirumalirunjolai mountain, as we saw in the previous decade, similarly, Bhagavan is present in Tirumala. Tirumala is known as northern divine mountain. Thirumalirunjolai Malai is known as southern divine mountain. So Bhagavan's presence in this Thiruvengadam, Tirupati Tirumala, is very much a complete manifestation of Bhagavan's great qualities, intent to help Jivatmas and all that. So Bhagavan is, out of his own compassion, out of his own mercy, he is creating good deeds in the Jivatma and then good qualities in the Jivatma, and then he unites the Jivatma with an Acharya, and then he removes the Jivatma's attachment towards the worldly interests, worldly desires, and then he creates the desire towards Bhagavan. Bhagavan himself creates that desire in the Jivatma, the taste towards him. So he does all of this for every Atma. If an Atma is getting liberated, it is not a one-day thing. Atma has been, all the Atmas who are in this samsara, they have been in samsara. There is no beginning for that. They have been here, they have been here, they have been here. Over a long period of time, Bhagavan has been trying for each Atma to create that goodness, to create that desire towards Bhagavan. And it eventually fructifies at some point. For each Atma, it may vary. So, that is what is being done by Bhagavan. This is common for all Atmas. But for Alvars, he makes all of these manifest in the same moment. That is, when they are given this blemishless knowledge and devotion, that time itself, they get everything. They get all the purity, they get all the goodness, they get all the desire towards Bhagavan, they get all the detachment towards worldly aspects. Everything happens at once for Alvas. But for others, even in this birth, let's say we surrender to Bhagavan through an Acharya, even for us, the progress is happening slowly, one by one, step by step. If we are accepting Bhagavan's desire and following him, this progress will be smooth. Even after getting connected to Bhagavan, if we are rebellious, if we are not following his will, desire, then it will be a struggle for us. But for Alvars, he made everything very, very easy because he has chosen them to reform this world. He has chosen them so that he can engage more Atmas towards him. So for Alvars, Bhagavan has done it when they are born or when they have a particular striking moment in their life. At that time itself, everything happens for them. And from then onwards, there is no specific further purification, or upward progress. They are just here based on Bhagavan's desire. Bhagavan keeps them here because at that moment itself, all their karma gets exhausted. They have no karma to remain in this world because of karma only we are in this world. If our punya and papa are exhausted, then we will immediately be liberated. So when Bhagavan gave blemishless knowledge and devotion to Alvars, at that time itself, all their karma are gone. But why did they stay in this world even after getting such pure devotion towards Bhagavan? That is because Bhagavan kept them here so that through them he can bring out these pAsurams through which everyone will be reformed. And he saw the great result. Through Alvars, many people became reformed, and subsequently Acharyas came and they reformed many, many more people. So the purpose of Alvars remaining here is purely because of Bhagavan's desire to keep them here, even though they don't like it here. They want to be immediately going to Vaikuntham and serve Bhagavan. Even we surrender to Bhagavan. But today, if Bhagavan comes and asks, "Are you ready to go to Vaikuntham? I am going to take you now." Then we will start thinking, "Oh, I have some unfinished job. I have not get married. I have not gotten a child. I have not done this for my parents. I have this commitment in temple." So many reasons we may have. I am doing this particular Kainkaryam. I don't want to stop it here. We may have so many reasons because we still have attachment towards this material world, towards samsara. Some attachment is there. Now that should go also. That should also be eliminated. And Bhagavan will do it over time as long as we cooperate with him. But for Alvars, it is not like that. If Bhagavan comes to periyAzhwAr and says, "Now are you ready to go?" he will immediately leave. He will not even take any luggage with him. If we are traveling somewhere, we have to pack so many things. We have to pack clothes, we have to pack comforting items, this, that, and so many things, and without knowing, we'll be having 3-4 luggages. Now we have to carry all of them with us, even to go somewhere nearby. But even if we have to go to Paramapadam, if they have to go to Paramapadam, Alvars will immediately go without any thinking. That is how ready they are to go to Paramapadam. But Bhagavan kept them here for our sake. Really, we have to be very thankful for Alvars and Acharyas and Bhagavan having them in samsara, making them sing pAsurams, making them write commentaries. We have so many works. Oftentimes, we get confused what to do, whether we have to study this, we have to study that, or is it just so easy? We have surrendered and we do whatever we want and Bhagavan will give moksham at the end of the day, at the end of our life. Is that so easy? If that is so easy, then our Alvars and Acharyas would not have written so many grantams, prabandhams. So many prabandhams talk about how a Jivatma should be towards Bhagavan. Every prabandham says we should be detached from worldly aspects. Every prabandham says we should develop love towards Bhagavan. So we have so many of those prabandhams, and then all the commentaries. Repeatedly, our acharyas explain the importance of jnanam, bhakti, vairagyam, anushtanam, having noble qualities, having compassion towards others, treating people in a dignified manner, giving them knowledge, taking their knowledge, having this divine interactions about Bhagavan. So many of these are emphasized in our Purvacharya's works. Why? For us. It is for us to understand and follow. It is not so easy that we get Samasharanam and then we go to Vaikuntham. It is not so easy. We have to accept that we are servitors of Bhagavan, Bhagavatas and Acharyas. We have to change our life. We'll be surprised in so many places in Purvacharya's commentaries, Vyakyanams, Rahasya Granthams. In so many places, this thought process of just leading our life in whatever way we want, that is completely rejected. That concept is. We have to reform. We must be different from materialistic people. We must have devotion. We must have proper orientation towards Bhagavan, Bhagavatas and Acharyas. We must have servitude. We must have humility. These are emphasized in hundreds and thousands of pages in our Purvacharya's commentaries. But most of the people don't realize any of that. They get Samasharanam and then they think that they have completed their task and they go away and they do whatever they want, eat whatever they want, dress whichever they want, mingle with whichever people they want, do whatever adharmic activities they want, and still when it comes to moksham alone, they say, oh, I have Bhagavad Ramanuja's Sambandham, I will get moksham. We have to think, if one who has connection, one who has the connection with Bhagavad Ramanuja, will he be running behind materialistic pleasures, materialistic desires? Will he be running behind money, fame, wealth? No. So we have to fulfill our responsibility also. So the reason why I'm saying all of this is, Alvars are completely reformed. The moment Bhagavan placed his divine glance on them, they became completely pure, and they wanted to immediately leave samsaram and go to Parampadam. But they were kept here by Bhagavan's desire. So that is how periyAzhwAr was also there in this samsara. After singing all these pAsurams, periyAzhwAr suddenly thought, maybe Bhagavan is thinking that I am happy here because I am singing all these pAsurams and enjoying his presence in Divideshams and all that. And maybe he is getting disturbed why I am not ready to come to Parampadam. It is same Bhagavan who wanted to take Alvar to Parampadam. He showed all these Divideshams, gave all the enjoyment and all that. But now he is thinking, maybe Alvar is satisfied with all of this and he likes to remain here. He becomes a little bit nervous. To pacify Bhagavan, periyAzhwAr is composing this final decade, saying that there is no reason for my existence in this samsara. I am ready to leave as soon as you are willing to take me to Parampadam. So don't worry, I will not stay here in samsara. I will come with you to Parampadam. So he is subsiding the nervousness of Bhagavan, who starts thinking maybe Alvar is liking his presence in this samsara. So Alvar is saying, no, I don't want to be here. I want to be in Parampadam only. Says periyAzhwAr, because all the hurdles are gone. Whatever I needed to enjoy, I've enjoyed all of that. Now there is no reason for you to become nervous. I am ready to go with you. So whenever you are ready, I am ready to go to Vaikuntham, says periyAzhwAr in this Padigam. Very beautiful Padigam. Let us enjoy the pAsurams. Let us enjoy each pasuram. First pasuram, senniyOngu. தன் திருவேங்கடமுடையாய் உலகு தன்னை வாழ நின்று நம்பி தாமோதரா சதிரா என்னையும் என் உடைமையையும் உன் சக்கரப்பொறி ஒற்றிக்கொண்டு நின்னருளே புரிந்திருந்தேன் இனி என் திருக்குறிப்பே. In this pasuram, periyAzhwAr is saying, I am looking forward to your mercy only. What is your divine intent? What is your intention now with regards to taking me to Parampadam? So Alvar is asking that question to Perumal. senniyOngu தன் திருவேங்கடமுடையாய். Here Alvar is calling out to Srinivasa Bhagavan, திருவேங்கடமுடையான். senniyOngu தன் திருவேங்கடமுடையாய். The peaks in Tirumala, they are all very tall, and the Tiruvengada Malai, the hill, is very cool because it's a hill station, it's a mountain, it's very cool. Oh, one who is having such cool place as your divine abode. உலகு தன்னை வாழ நின்ற நம்பி. You are here in this world to uplift all the people in this world. You are having all auspicious qualities in completeness. You are complete with all auspicious qualities. O such Lord. Damodara. O Damodara. Damodara means one who was tied down by Mother Yashoda. He was bound on his waist by a rope, with a rope by Mother Yashoda. That is the meaning for the name Damodara, one who is having a scar on the waistline. Sadira means one who is having the ability to not observe the defects of your devotees. You don't see the defects of your devotees. என்னையும் என் உடைமையையும் உன் சக்கரப்பொறி ஒற்றிக்கொண்டு. You placed your mark of Sudarshana Chakra on myself and my body, both. So this Sudarshana Aldvan, his impression is placed on the shoulder of Vishnu Bhaktas. So that is on the body. Now what is in the Atma? How is he placing the mark in the Atma? That is explained by Periyavachan Pillai in the commentary, that rekindling the Sheshatvam, the servitude towards Bhagavan, is the placing of the mark of servitude. So that is placing the mark of servitude in the Atma, and placing the mark of Sudarshana Chakra on the body. Doing all of that, Ninnarule Purindirindhen. After getting this connection with you, Ninnarule Purindirindhen, I am looking forward eagerly to get your mercy. Ini Tirikkurippu N. After this, what is your divine heart? What are you thinking in your heart? Now that I have shown my intent towards you, now that I have told what I am looking forward in you, what is your divine heart's thoughts on this? Asks periyAzhwAr in this first pasuram. senniyOngu தன் திருவேங்கடமுடையாய். Second pasuram, பறவையேறு பரம்புருடா நீ என்னை கை கொண்ட பின் பிறவி என்னும் கடலும் பற்றி பெரும்பதம் ஆகின்றதால் இரவு செய்யும் பாவக்காடு தீக்கொடி வேகின்றதால் அறிவை என்னும் அமுதவாறு தலைப்பற்றி வாய்க்கொண்டதே. Second pasuram, பறவையேறு பரம்புருடா. Parampuruda means Paramapurushotama, Paramapurusha. Paramapurusha is Sanskritam. The same is written in Tamil as Parampuruda. And how is he known to be Paramapurusha? Because he is riding the Garudalvar, periyAzhwAr. Since he is riding periyAzhwAr, Garudalvar, he is known as Paramapurusha, Purushottama. That is the main identity of Supreme Lord. நீ என்னை கை கொண்ட பின், you who are the protector for all, you protect everyone, you have accepted me and engaged me as your servitor. After doing that, பிறவி என்னும் கடலும் வற்றி பெரும்பதம் ஆகின்றது. My samsara, my birth and death in this samsara, which is like an ocean, has become dry now. I don't need to take any more birth. Because of this, I have got great benefit. I am not going to be born again in this world anymore. This is the greatest gift I could get, greatest state of existence I could get. I got that. இரவு செய்யும் பாவக்காடு தீக்கொடி வேகின்றது. The group of sins, the collection of sins, which will destroy this Atma. Now the group of sins, they have become burnt by fire. They have become completely eliminated. அறிவை என்னும் அமுதம் ஆறு தலை பற்றி வாய் கொண்டது. அறிவை means ஞானம். The knowledge which is a river of nectar, it is flooding more and more in me. Now that all my sins are eliminated, now that my connection with the samsara is completely dried up, my knowledge, which is like a river of nectar, is flowing beautifully, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. பறவையேறு பரம்பொருடா. Third pasuram. எம்மனா என் குலதெய்வமே என்னுடைய நாயகனே நின்னுடையனாய் பெற்ற நன்மை இவ்வுலகினில் ஆர் பெறுவார். நம்மன் போல வீழ்த்தமுக்கும் நாட்டிலுள்ள பாவமெல்லாம் சும்மனாதே கைவிட்டோடி தூறுகள் பாய்ந்தனவே. Again, Alvar is rejoicing the fact that all the sins have ran away from Alvar. Yemmana, here manna means king, has become mana. Yemmana, oh my lord, my leader, my chief. Yen kuladevame, oh paradevata for my clan. You are the deity for my clan. Yennude nayagane, oh my lord, my master. This servitor, myself, ninnuleyanai, having taken shelter of your mercy, petrananmai, I have got great benefit having taken shelter of your mercy. Ivvulaginil aar peruvar, who will get in this world whatever goodness I got after taking shelter of your mercy? Who will get that in this world? Nobody will get that. I have been specially blessed by you. Namman pola வீழ்த்து அமுக்கும். Namman means ghosts and devils, demons, which don't have physical form, but they have great power. They push people down sometimes and they'll sit on those people and choke them, suffocate them. Such நாட்டிலுள்ள பாவம் எல்லாம், whatever sins which are present in this world, summenadu means even being unable to breathe. கைவிட்டோடி தூறுகள் பாய்ந்தன. They ran away completely with the traces and they entered bushes hiding from me, says periyAzhwAr in this third pasuram. நெக்ஸ்ட் பாசுரம். கடல் கடந்த அமுதம் கொண்டு கலசத்தை நிறைத்தார் போல் உடலுருகி வாய் திறந்து மடுத்துன்னை நிறைத்துக் கொண்டேன். கொடுமை செய்யும் கூற்றமும் என் கோலாடி குறுகப் பெறா தடவரை தோள் சக்கரபாணி சார்கவில் சேவகனே. Bhagavan is known as Chakrapani, Shargavil Sevaka. These are the names given by periyAzhwAr here. Thadavarai Thol, one who is having vast mountain-like shoulders. And Chakrapani, one who is having divine Sudarshana Chakra in your divine hand. One who is like that. Shargambil Sevagane, one who is having Sharngam, the bow, in his hand. Oh, valorous one. Sevaka means valorous one, brave one. கடல் கடைந்து அமுதம் கொண்டு கலசத்தை நிறைத்து போல். Churning the Tirupparkadal, Ksheerabrahti, with the Mandara mountain and bringing out nectar, and that nectar was poured into a kalasam. Kalasam means a pot. Putting that in the kalasha and filled it. Just like that, I, the servitor, உடலுருகி வாய் திறந்து உன்னை மடுத்து நிறைத்துக் கொண்டேன். I became melted thinking about you, and then I opened my mouth. I drank you who are the nectar. For devatas, whatever comes from the milk ocean as nectar, they think that is the nectar for devatas. But for me, Azhwar is saying, for me, you are the real nectar. I have consumed you fully and I have placed you in my body fully. Now, after doing this, கொடுமை செய்யும் கூற்றமும் என் கோலாடி குறுகப் பெறா. Even Kutram means Yama, who gives harsh punishments, cruel punishments. Even he will not come in front of my scepter. Scepter is the pole which is held by kings. So, in front of me, he cannot come. Even Yama cannot come and disturb me, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. Next pasuram. பொன்னை கொண்டு உரைகள் மீதே நிறமெழ உரைத்தார் போல் உன்னை கொண்டு என் ஞாபகம் பால் மாற்றின்றி உரைத்துக் கொண்டேன். உன்னை கண்டு என்னுள் வைத்தேன், என்னையும் முன்னிலிட்டேன். என்னப்பா என் இருடிகேசா, என்னுயிர் காவலனே. Rishikesha, Bhagavan is called as Rishikesha. Rishikesha means one who controls the senses, not his own senses, but Bhagavan controls everyone's senses. That is why he is known as Rishikesha. Ennappa, oh, my father. Bhagavan is like the father, mother, everything. Yen Irdikesha, oh, one who can control my senses. You can control my senses. Ennuyir kavalane, oh, one who can protect my atma so that it doesn't become a servitor of someone else. That is real protection. We have to be protected from becoming servitor of other devatas. So that is being done by Bhagavan. பொன்னை நிறமழ உரைகள் மீது கொண்டு உரைத்தார் போல். Just like the gold is rubbed on a stone to check its purity. Similarly, unnai, you who are very sweet, very enjoyable. என் நாகம் பால் கொண்டு, having you in my mouth, மாற்றின்றி, to eliminate all the impurities from me, உரைத்துக் கொண்டேன். I have rubbed on my tongue. I have taken you who are very enjoyable and rubbed you on my tongue. உன்னை என்னுள் கொண்டு வைத்தேன். You who are very difficult to even capture by yogis, I have kept you in my heart. என்னையும் முன்னிலிட்டேன். I, who am very lowly, became your servitor. I have accepted to be your servant, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. So, by rubbing you on my tongue, I have made myself pure, brought me into my heart, and I have submitted myself as a servitor for you, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. Next pasuram. உன்னுடைய விக்கிரமம் ஒன்றொழியாமல் எல்லாம் என்னுடைய நெஞ்சகம்பால் சோர்வழி எழுதிக் கொண்டேன். மன்னடங்க மழுவரங்கை கொண்ட இராம நம்பி என்னிடை வந்து எம்பெருமான் இனி எங்கு போகின்றதே. Alvar is asking Bhagavan, after entering me, why are you thinking to go anywhere else? Where are you planning to go? Don't go anywhere, says Alvar. Mannadanga, to eliminate all the dushta kshatriyas. Dushta kshatriyas means the evil kings. To kill all of them. Madu. Madu is the axe. That weapon. Valam kai konda. He held it in his right hand. Iraman. Rama here means Parashurama. Parashurama is the one who killed 21 generations of evil kings. So that Rama, Parashurama, one who is incarnated as Parashurama, Nambi, one who is having Gunapurti, all auspicious qualities. உன்னுடைய விக்கிரமம் ஒன்று ஒழியாமல் எல்லாம். Your valorous acts, everything without missing anything. என்னுடைய, in my, நெஞ்சகம்பால், heart, in my heart. சுவர் வழி எழுதிக் கொண்டேன். Just as one will write artwork on the wall, I have written in my heart's walls your different valorous acts. I have written all of them in my heart so that I can just think about it, relish that, and so on. Emberuman, oh my Lord, our Lord, என்னிடை வந்து, you should come to us, mercifully come to me. இனி போகின்றது எங்கு? After coming to me, now where are you planning to go? Don't go anywhere. Once you come here, you have to stay here only, says periyAzhwAr. Next pasuram. பருப்பதத்து கயல் பொறித்த பாண்டியர் குலபதி போல் திருப்பொலிந்த சேவடி என் சென்னியின் மேல் பொறித்தாய் மறுப்பொசித்தாய் மல்லடர்த்தாய் என்று என்று உன் வாசகமே உருப்பொலிந்த நாவினேனை உனக்கு உரித்தாக்கினையே. Very beautiful pasuram, but very important pasuram. Here, periyAzhwAr is relishing how Bhagavan himself came to periyAzhwAr and accepted periyAzhwAr. This is what is known as Paragata Svikara. In our Sampradayam, when we do Sharanagati, it can be done in two different ways. Swagata Svikaram, Paragata Svikaram. Our Acharyas always recommend Paragata Svikaram only. What is Swagata Svikaram? We go to Bhagavan ourselves and we surrender unto Bhagavan, and we think that that surrender is what is going to get us Bhagavan. That is Swagata Svikaram. Paragata Svikaram means Bhagavan is choosing us, we accept his choice and we follow him. And we don't think that our surrender is means here. Our surrender is nothing. It is Bhagavan's acceptance only is important. That is Paragata Svikara. So, Bhagavan coming and accepting Alvar on his own will, that is identified in this pasuram with a beautiful example. Parupadattu kayal porita, having the fish flag and placing it on the Mahameru Parvatam, on the great mountain. It is said that Himalayas, it is said that Mahameru. Pandiyar Kulapati Pol, the king, Pandya king, who went all the way up to Meru mountain. His name is Malayadwaja. Pandya king went all the way up to Meru mountain and established his flag there. If you go to a very faraway place, usually we place our mark, identity. Some people go to Mount Everest for exploration. They put their country's flag or something like that because it is some proof to say that they have been there. Similarly, this Malayadwaja king, he went to Mahameru and he placed his flag there. Similarly, Tirupolinde Sevadi en senniyin மேல் பொறித்தாய். Tirupolinde Sevadi means beauty is shining on the reddish lotus-like divine feet of Bhagavan. You showed that divine feet and placed them on my head yourself. I did not ask for it. You did that all. For that, the example is Malayadwaja, King Malayadwaja going and placing the fish flag, which is his flag, on the Mahameru. How is it making sense? The explanation is, when the king went and placed the flag on the mountain simply accepted it. Mountain did not ask the king to come and plant his flag on it. But when the king came and planted it, the mountain simply accepted it. Similarly, Alvar did not pray to Bhagavan. It is actually Bhagavan who came to Alvar and placed his lotus feet on Alvar's head. But Alvar simply accepted it. So this is what is known as Paragata Swikaram. Bhagavan coming and accepting Alvar instead of Alvar going and pursuing Bhagavan. So first effort is coming from Bhagavan only. That is our Sampradaya principle, very deep, profound principle that is shown with a very beautiful example by periyAzhwAr here. So you placed your beautiful reddish lotus-like divine feet on my head and showed that to me. Marupposithai Endru, saying that he is the one who killed Kuvalayapidam by breaking its tusk. Malladarthai Endru, saying that he is the one who killed the wrestlers. In this manner, Unvashagame, all the phrases, statements relating to your divine leelas, by the constant meditation of that your divine name, Urupolinda Navinenai. My tongue is with scars. Scars? What scars? Scars of Bhagavan's divine name, Bhagavan's activities, Bhagavan's leelas. All of these have been spoken by Alvar's tongue so much that they have become imprinted on the tongue. Such servitor I am. Unakuri Takinaye. You have made me as your own, as your servitor, complete servitor, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. That is 7th pasuram. Next pasuram, 8th pasuram. Anandan palum, Garudan palum, ஐது நொய்தாக வைத்து என் மனந்தனுள்ளே வந்து வைகி வாழச் செய்தாய் எம்பிரான். நினைந்து என்னுள்ளே நின்று நெக்கு கண்கள் அசும்பொழுக நினைந்திருந்தே சிரமந்தீர்ந்தேன் நேமி நடியவனே. Oh, one who is Supreme Lord, who is having Tiruvali Alvan, Sudarshana Chakra. Empiran, oh, my great benefactor. Piran means one who voluntarily helps another person. So here, Bhagavan, without being asked by periyAzhwAr, he has helped in a great manner. Anandan Palum, on Thiruvananthalvan, Garudan Palum, on Periya Tiruvadi, Garudalvar, ஐது நொய்தாக வைத்து, placing the love, placing the affection very little, in a very small quantity, என் மனம்தனுள்ளே, inside my heart, வந்து வைகி means coming and remaining firmly, வாழச் செய்தாய், you uplifted me. So periyAzhwAr is telling Bhagavan that you reduced your love towards Adishesha and Garudalvar, and you came to my heart and you uplifted me. You who did all of this, என்னுள்ளே நினைத்து நின்று, thinking you inside me, neck, and because of that I became very broken, I became very melted, and my heart became very weak. கண்கள் அசும்பொழுக, tears are rolling down my eyes. நினைந்து இருந்தே, whatever goodness you have done to me, thinking about that continuously, சிரமம் தீர்ந்தேன். I got free from all the sufferings. I became well settled, free from all sufferings. So thinking about your love towards me, which is greater than the love towards Adishesha and Garuda, I become melted, and tears are rolling down my eyes, and I became satisfied by your favors, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. Next, 9th pasuram. பனிக்கடலில் பள்ளிகோழை பழகவிட்டு ஓடி வந்து என் மனக்கடலில் வாழவல்ல மாய மணாள நம்பி, தனிக்கடலே தனிச்சுடரே தனியுலகே என்றென்று உனக்கிடமாயிருக்க என்னை உனக்குரித்தாக்கினையே. Oh, what have you done? You have done me a great favor. பனிக்கடலில் பள்ளிகோழை பழகவிட்டு, Adishesha, which is the mattress for Bhagavan, on the divine, cool Ksheeradhi, milk ocean. Leaving it there, leaving that Adishesha mattress there, because he is used to it already for a long time, without any beginning of time, leaving it behind there and forgetting about it, ஓடி வந்து, running out from there, என் மனக்கடலில் வாழவல்ல, one who can live in my heart, which is like an ocean, my heart which is very big, huge, like an ocean, one who can live in my heart, mayam manala nambi, one who is having amazing ability, and then one who is, mayan means one who is having amazing ability, and then manala means husband of Periya Viratiya, Sri Mahalakshmi. Nambi means one who is having qualities in full. So such a Lord, Mayamanala Nambi, Tanikadal endru, matchless Ksheeradhi, saying this, Tanichudar endru, matchless central portion of the Aditya Mandalam, sun planet, saying that Tani Ulagu endru, matchless Paramapadam, nobody can match it. No place can match it. Such great place. All of these places, unakidamaayirukka, while these are all there for you as your divine abodes. So Parkadal, Ksheeradhi is Bhagavan's divine abode. Aditya Mandalam, Surya Mandalam, the central portion of sun, that is also abode of Bhagavan. And then individual world, which is great, matchless, that is Paramapadam, that is also your divine abode. Even though you have all of these as divine abodes, giving up attachment towards all of them, என்னை உனக்கு உரித்து ஆக்கினையே, you abandoned all of those abodes, Paramapadam, Ksheeradhi, and Aditya Mandalam, you forgot about all of that, and என்னை உனக்கு உரித்தாக்கினையே, you accepted me as your own, you accepted me as your servitor. says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. So you have made me your divine abode, just like you have divine abodes in Kshetrabdi, in Paramapadam, in um, Aditya Mandalam. My body is also your divine abode, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. That is ninth pasuram. Next pasuram. தடவரவாய் மிளிர்ந்து மின்னும் தவள நெடுங்கொடி போல் சுடரொளியாய் நெஞ்சினுள்ளே தோன்றும் என் சோதி நம்பி வடதடமும் வைகுந்தமும் மதிழ்த்துவராவதியும் இடவகைகள் இகழ்ந்திட்டு என்பால் இடவகை கொண்டனையே. Again, Alvar is unable to get over the fact that Bhagavan is showing more love towards Alvar than Adishesha, Garuda Alvar and so on. தடவரவாய் மிளிர்ந்து மின்னும், தடவரை, that is big mountain. தடவரை வாய் மிளிர்ந்து மின்னும், on the big mountain shining, தவளம் நெடு கொடி போல், like a big pure white flag, just like that, a flag which is flying high on a huge mountain. சுடரொளியாய் என் நெஞ்சினுள்ளே தோன்றும் சோதி நம்பி, you are appearing in my heart like a very pure light, in the form of light, shining in this manner, and one who is filled with that radiance. Oh my Lord, who is like that? Vadadadamum, the Sri Parkadal, that is Kshetrabdi, which is in the northern direction. Vaikundamum, the supreme abode of Bhagavan, Vaikundam, Vaikunta. Madil Tuvarapatiyum, the Dwarka Desham, which is surrounded by forts. Idavagaigal igaldittu, you ignored all of these as if they are not fit for your presence. You ignored all of those places, and then en paal idavagai kondanaye. Idavagaigal igaldittu, abandoning all of these places, you are showing attachment and your presence in me, says periyAzhwAr in this pasuram. So again, Bhagavan is coming from Kshetrabdi, Aditya Mandalam, all of those forms are present, but you have ignored them now, and you are showing that attitude towards me as if I am your residence. You want to stay in me. That is what you are showing. What an amazing vatsalyam you are having, says periyAzhwAr in this 10th pasuram. Finally, 11th pasuram, the concluding pasuram for this beautiful prabandham. வேயர் தங்கள் குலத்துதித்த வெட்டுசித்தன் மனத்தே கோயில் கொண்ட கோவலனை கொழுங்குளிர் முகில்வண்ணனை ஆயரேற்றை அமரர்கோவை அந்தனர்தம் அமுதத்தினை சாயை போல பாடவல்லார் தாமும் அணுக்கழுகளே. Very beautiful pasuram. வேயர் தங்கள் குலத்துதித்த வெட்டுசித்தன் மனத்து, in the heart of Vishnu Chitta, who is born in the Veyar clan. Veyar clan is supposed to be a Brahmana clan. So periyAzhwAr is born in that clan, in such periyAzhwAr's divine heart. Koyil Konda, one who is having periyAzhwAr's divine heart as his temple. Koyil Konda, Kovalanai, Gopala, one who is the dear cowherd boy. Kolungulir Mugilvannan, having well grown nature and coolness. This Bhagavan, who is having the complexion of cloud, and this cloud is cool and well grown. Ayaretrai, one who is the lord of cowherds. Gedayar means cowherds, Ayar means also cowherds. The lord of such cowherds, Amarar Kovai. And not only he is the leader of cowherd boys and girls, he is also the leader of Nityasuris, one who is totally in control of Nityasuris also. Nityasuris are those who are free from karma. Even those are completely under the control of Bhagavan. Andanardam Amudathinai. Just like Sanaka and all the other great sages desiring for Bhagavan as honey. Bhagavan is like nectar, which is very sweet. So for Maharshis, for great sages, Bhagavan is like that. That is what is Andanardam Amudatin. Andana means here Brahmana who is related to sages. So such Bhagavan, Padavallartham, for those who are able to sing that Bhagavan, Saye Pola, just like shadow, Anukargal, those who follow Bhagavan everywhere and remain in that state, says periyAzhwAr. So the benefit, fruit, the phalam shown in this padigam, in the final padigam, is those who are always singing about Bhagavan, who is the Lord of Nityasuris and the Lord of great saints and sages and so on. Such Bhagavan, those who can sing such Bhagavan, Shayai Pola, just like shadow, Anukargal, they will become very close confidence for Bhagavan. That is the result of reciting this whole padigam, this whole decade. Those who recite these pAsurams with great intent, they will remain as the shade of Bhagavan, says this in this pAsuram. So periyAzhwAr is concluding this pAsuram in a beautiful manner, that those who are engaged in singing these pAsurams will reach Bhagavan. In this pAsuram's commentary, very beautiful incident is shown regarding the last line. Saye bola padavallarthamum anukargale. If you look at the literal meaning, those who can sing like shadow, they will become confident devotees. So those who can sing like shadow can become very confident devotees, disciples, servitors. But that doesn't make sense. How can one sing like a shadow? Does the shadow sing? It doesn't sing. So many devotees have this doubt. So they go to Govindacharya, Embar, and they are asking Embar how to make sense of this statement. Saye bola padavallar tavum anukargale. Those who can sing like shadow, they are very close devotees of Bhagavan. How to understand this? Asks those devotees to Embar. Usually Embar, when he is questioned like this, he will go to Bhagavad Ramanuja and get the doubt clarified, and then he will reply to others. Now at this time also, when these Bhagavatas come and ask Embar, he is looking for Embermanar, Bhagavad Ramanuja, but Bhagavad Ramanuja has gone to Tirukotiyur to get the Rahasya meanings from Tirukotiyur Nambi, Kotipurna. Because of that, Bhagavad Ramanuja was not there. Embar used to always consult with Bhagavad Ramanuja before giving any such answers. So, Embar is looking, Embar is looking around, and he is thinking, now that Bhagavad Ramanuja is not here, I cannot immediately clarify your doubt. But let me take a few moments. I will hold Bhagavad Ramanuja's divine sandals on my head, and then let me try to give you an explanation, says Embar. So he goes to Bhagavad Ramanuja's place, and then he takes Bhagavad Ramanuja's Acharya's divine sandals, he places them on his head, and then he comes out. Now he is very clear. He's got the clarity. Now he is telling those Bhagavatas. You have to rearrange the sentence slightly differently. Padavalar Thamum Sai Pola Anukargade. That is how you have to arrange the meanings so that the pasuram makes sense fully, and especially the last line makes sense fully. So here the principle is, if someone is able to sing Bhagavan, then they can remain like shadow along with Bhagavan, and they can serve in so many different ways. So that being together with Bhagavan and serving and enjoying Bhagavan, that is the ultimate benefit received by reciting these pAsurams, these 10 pAsurams, says Kanchi swAmy in his commentary. And periyAzhwAr has also brought this incident of Embar holding the divine sandals of Emberumanar and giving the answer based on that. So that brings us to the end of this wonderful series of periyAzhwAr thirumozhi lectures. We are completing today this series. Subsequently, in the next session, we will start next dhivyaprabandham. It could be Tirupavai, but we've already explained Tirupavai in detail in English. So we will proceed directly to Nachiyar Thirumozhi in the next session. That will be next week. So we will start with Nachiyar Thirumozhi. Tirupavai lectures are already available. If possible, those who want to listen to that, they can listen to that now from our YouTube channel, or we will anyway broadcast it during Margadi Masam. So that time that can be heard. So we are going to skip Tirupavai and go to Nachiyar Thirumozhi next. Nachiyar Thirumozhi is a very beautiful prabandham. So we will start that from next session. On Saturday, we will have a special lecture, probably from some Rahasya Granthams, some short Rahasya Grantham. We will have that every Saturday going forward now. We are going to have more sessions from next week. That is 3 sessions of Divyaprabandham series and 1 session of Rahasya Grantham. So Rahasya Grantham are other important Granthams of our Purvacharyas. So we will have 4 sessions every week starting next week. But this Saturday we will have some Rahasya topic. Alvar Thirudikade Sharanam, Emberumanar Thirudikade Sharanam, GR Thirudikade Sharanam, GR Thirudikade Sharanam, periyAzhwAr Thirudikade Sharanam, Kanchipuram Pratyavadi Bhayankaram, srīUve Pratyavadi Bhayankaram, Annangaracharya swAmy Thirudikade Sharanam. Without his commentary, we would not have been able to enjoy these pAsurams in such simple and detailed manner. So we are always grateful to Kanchipuram Pratyavadi Bhayankaram, srīUve Annangaracharya swAmy. With this, we will conclude this session, and we will meet again on Saturday. Pallandu Pallandu Pallayirathandu Palakodi Nooraayiram Mallandu Thindolmanivanna Unsevadi Sevidirukka Padiyom Odum Nodum Piriveni Ayiram Pallandu Padivai Nandamaaril Vazhigan Namagayum Pallandu Padivar Sodi Valathariyum Sudar Adiyum Pallandu Padapor Pukkumalangum Appanja Sanniyanum Pallandu.